welcome to Dens Park. How delighted are you to be here?
Oh, delighted. Looking forward to the challenge ahead, really. Looking forward to working with Jim again. Had some great memories at Ross County with him, and like you say, it's going to be a challenge in front of us, but one that I'm really looking forward to. Yeah.
As you said, you've worked with Jim before. Was that a factor in deciding to come here? What was the kind of main draw?
I think it was. Obviously, I've worked under him. What was it, 3 years at Ross County, and like I say, we had some great times. And I kind of know what he wants, and he's very simple to work for if you kind of do what he says, and like you say, he doesn't ask too much. He just wants a hard work and honesty, and if you give him that, then you'll go a long way with him. And like you say, that's what I'm coming here to do, and yeah, looking forward to it.
What do you feel you can bring to Dundee? Obviously, as you say, in this kind of situation, bottom of the league, going into the second half of the season.
Well, I think I bring experience. You know, I've played over 100 games in Scotland, and like I say, thoroughly enjoyed my time at Ross County. Going home, obviously going back to Hartlepool, was a bit of an eye opener, if I'm honest. Obviously, I went home because of family reasons, and I had a 3-year deal there, and I could have just stayed and kind of rested under my morals really, and just kind of dwindled away. But I just wanted another challenge. And that's what I'm coming to do, to really just to hit it head on and really empty the tank and like I say, see where it gets us.
How does the kind of football differ between Scottish football? Why does that appeal to you so much?
I just think, like say, you go to the National League and it's all different, you know. The Scottish Premiership's obviously got stronger, so, I mean, since I was last here, which wasn't too long ago. And I just enjoy the style of football. And it's like say, it brings back good memories being here, so you kind of want to come back and recreate those memories, and to be fair, keeping this club in this league will be a fantastic achievement, but not one that we can't do. I'm sure we can.
You touched on it there. Are you ready for the challenge ahead this season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, I could have stayed at home, and I had a 3-year deal there, and I think that kind of shows the character of myself really, by saying, well, you know, I've left my family at home as well. I've came up here to try and help this club and the manager really. I wouldn't just be coming up here to kind of relax. It's time to go. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the first game as soon as possible.
What's brought about this move? Because you said you'd not long ago gone to Hartlepool, and you say it was your decision. What was the big motivation behind it?
Well, like I say, I went home because of family reasons. I think if it wasn't because of that, I'd have obviously either been still at Ross County, or I'd have probably been playing somewhere else in Scotland, because I mean, I'd played in all divisions in England, and I just felt that maybe my time was up there, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing in Scotland. But Hartlepool came calling, and unfortunately it just didn't work out. It's a fantastic club with some fantastic people there, but when Jim got in touch and said, do you want to come and help us, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I've been to this football club with Ross County. I've played against Dundee a lot of times, and it's not an easy place to come. And like I say, it's a fresh challenge really. I'd like to say, I think I've got another 2-3 years left in me, and I didn't want to just dwindle away at Hartlepool. I felt like that's what would have been the case. I want to come and have a successful spell here like I did at Ross County.
And how much have you kind of been keeping track of the Scottish Premiership and Dundee's fortunes this season?
A lot, yeah, a lot. Obviously, when Jim took over, it was kind of, yeah, probably looked more then. Obviously, still speak to a lot of people from Ross County, so I always look more now than before I came the first time, because I've obviously had a taster of the Scottish Premiership, and it's a fantastic league. I know in England some people kind of don't really look at the Scottish League, but I've only had like really good words to say about it since I've been back in England, and people have like, oh, is it that good, is it? And I'm like, yeah, it's a fantastic league with some fantastic people, and I'm really looking forward to being back here.
Do you feel like you've got unfinished business then in Scottish football?
Well, yeah, I went down with Ross County, which wasn't a nice thing after obviously all the success we had there. Obviously Jim left, Owen Coyle came in, he left. It was just a little bit of a whirlwind really. And I'm adamant that that's not going to happen again. I don't want that to happen again in my career. I don't want that on my CV, and that's why I'm here, to do everything I possibly can to obviously stop that from happening. There's obviously the lads here, I've met them over the first couple of days, and they're fantastic lads, and I'm quite surprised they're in this situation, if I'm honest. But if we can add 2-3 more to the group that we've already got, then I think we'll be all right. I really do.
Do you feel like you've kind of put yourself in the firing line as such? You kind of touched on it, going down with Ross County. I suppose you're aware of the situation that Dundee are in. Relegation is a possibility.
Yeah.
I suppose, did Ross County's relegation make you even more determined then for never to happen again?
Well, yeah, I think it was, like I say, it left a bit of taste in my mouth because, again, you had so many good times there, but your last memories, you went down. And I'd say I have put myself in the firing line, but like I say, that kind of, I hope, shows the character of myself, where I've kind of went, people look and go, well, he hasn't obviously just come up here to kind of just do what he wants, I've come up here to make a difference, or I could have just stayed at Hartlepool and done that, and that's something that I just didn't want to do. Towards the end of my career, I want to go out where they've said, well, he took a gamble and he really hit it head on, and that's my aim.
When Jim McIntyre was asked what you brought to Dundee Football Club, he said it was all about your leadership qualities.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that you bring to Dundee Football Club?
Well, I think I bring experience. Like I say, I've played a lot of games in this league, and obviously having tasted relegation, I think we could have all done things differently when I was at Ross County to kind of prevent that happening. And like I say, I'm just the determination to not let that happen again is probably the best thing. And I'm an honest boy, I go out and that's what you see is what you get. I've got no frills or anything. I just go and I do my job, and like I say, I like people to follow me, and lead by example, and that's what I'm going to try and do.
You come into a changing room that has Craig Curran now in it and Martin Woods in it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help you settle into the environment here at Dens?
Well, I think it does. I think when you know the manager and you know a couple of the players, it's always easier. I've been to clubs before where you go and you don't know anyone, you've never worked under the manager, and it's always that little bit difficult because it takes time to understand what they want, and it takes time for them to look at you and kind of fully understand what you're all about. But Jim knows me inside and out from the 3 years. He knows what I'm all about, so he doesn't need to say this is what I want you to do. He knows that I'm going to go and do it, and that's the best thing I can say.
You've come into a tough time at Dens Park, bottom of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Only way is up obviously from there. Does having been there before with Ross County, does that help you as a player to come in and inspire?
Well, I think it does, yeah. I think it does. Again, it's the determination not to let it happen again. I think if we're honest, you've got St Mirren above us, and then you've got Hamilton. I think Motherwell maybe are a little bit too far, so you know that they're the two teams that we've got to get the better of in the games that we play them. And we've got to make sure that happens, and you've got to literally leave everything out on the pitch to make sure that we get them results. Because like I say, I am very confident. I haven't just come up here willy-nilly and thought, I'm not so sure. I've came up here because I really do think that with the manager being here and the players that he's already brought in, I think it's a good start, and I really do think that we can stay up, yeah.